We just got an update from Old Saybrook Chief of Police Michael Sparrow, who told us this all started around 8:30 this morning when police received a 911 call. That emergency call was placed by a resident of this house on Beaver Dam Trail in Old Saybrook. The caller telling police two adults, later identified as Randolph and Kimberly Tucker, entered their home, one carrying a baseball bat. That bat was used to injure two adult residents inside the house as a fight broke out. One of the suspects then abducted an adult female from the home and fled. Old Saybrook police were able to figure out who the suspects were by 1 p.m. with help from police in Westport. They were located, arrested, and their vehicle was seized along with the bat. By about 2 p.m., they were brought in a cruiser back to the Old Saybrook Police Headquarters for booking. Police are still working to determine what charges those suspects will face, and it still remains under investigation how or if those suspects knew the residents inside the house. We should also mention everyone who was injured in this incident is expected to be okay. Reporting in Old Saybrook, Matt Caron, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Hey, Matt, thank you. A Connecticut courthouse was evacuated today because of a bomb threat, and police say it was in fact a hoax. It happened just after 10:30 this morning at the courthouse on Franklin Square in New Britain. A woman trying to get inside to visit her sister told us about the phone call she received from her sister about the situation inside.
She said that there was some type of suspicious activity on both ends of the court building, and that someone who had previously threatened the courthouse had threatened them again.
Now, police have not provided an update on this hoax tonight, but we are working to get more information. We'll bring it to you as soon as we get it.
Another week in the trial of Michelle Troconis has come to an end, and for the second time this week, an alternate judge was dismissed for their actions outside the courtroom. Fox 61's Julie LeBlanc explains what happened today in the courtroom.
Much of this morning's testimony was put on hold until this afternoon as the judge was deciding how to move forward with this trial.
Court just received a note.
Disruption in day 6 of the Michelle Troconis trial, with Judge Kevin Randolph getting a note from a court marshal written by one of the jurors. The judge reading it aloud.
One of the jurors discussed something about the case, and it was all over social media. Said it was like Gone Girl.
Judge Randolph calling for a recess as he interviewed the person who wrote the note, the person it was about, and all jurors, regular and alternate, making sure they can remain fair and impartial about the case, ultimately dismissing the juror who made the comment outside of court.
Every accused has the right to a speedy and public trial before an impartial jury.
It's not the first time the movie and book about a woman who faked her own disappearance has been brought up in this case. A month after Jennifer Dulos went missing in 2019, her estranged husband's attorney, Norm Pattis, made his own connection.
She'd written a book-length manuscript similar to Gone Girl.
Jennifer's family saying at the time that was written nearly 2 decades ago and had nothing to do with that storyline or what happened to Jennifer, something John Schoenhorn, Michelle Troconis' defense attorney, has also never disputed.
It clearly does show that something happened to Jennifer Dulos in that garage.
There's a light reddish discoloration here and here.
Once court was back in session, jurors heard testimony from Lieutenant Colonel Mark Davison with the Connecticut State Police. He studied and analyzed dozens of blood-like stains found in Jennifer's New Canaan home and in her SUVs.
A bloodstained surface contacted this area and then was removed.
Prosecutors believe Fotis Dulos attacked Jennifer in her garage and then cleaned up the evidence. Troconis is accused of helping her then-boyfriend get rid of it all in Hartford.
Multiple direction alteration to a bloodstain.
Now, with this juror gone, that means there are 3 alternates and 6 regular jurors left. Now, we started to end the day today hearing from a Connecticut State Police sergeant who began to talk about tracking Fotis' phone the night Jennifer went missing and how he believes he ended up in Hartford. We expect to hear more from him as the trial resumes on Monday. We are in Stamford. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.